Look, if I had $1 for every time a skincare brand promised me a glass skin glow in a bottle, I could probably fund my own skincare line by now. When someone says they want a glow serum, I always ask one question first. What kind of dullness are we actually talking about? Dullness is not just one biological state. Dryness dullness, uneven tone dullness, tired skin dullness, and irritated skin dullness do not need the exact same serum. If your skin is dull because it is literally dehydrated and lacking water, a heavy exfoliating acid is just gonna wreck your barrier. If your skin is dull because of uneven-looking pigment, a basic hyaluronic acid serum might feel nice, but it isn't going to give you the visible shift you are looking for. And this is where ingredient lanes matter. For example, the Kiero Essential Boost Serum goes in the niacinamide, peptide, panthenol, hyaluronic acid lane, which is very different from a snail mucin glow product or a propolis glow product. You cannot just compare them purely on hype. You have to compare them on what they are functionally built to do. So for this 2026 update, I am comparing the top Korean serums by glow type. We are looking at 4 specific lanes today: hydration glow, tone support glow, barrier comfort glow, and active brightening glow. Honestly, categorizing them like this is so much more useful than asking which bottle is currently the most viral on your feed. A viral serum is only good if it matches your specific skin concern. Let's start with the most universal lane, hydration glow. Hydration glow is easily the most beginner-friendly out of all the categories. If we look at the Torrid Hydration Serum lane, or really any dedicated hyaluronic acid formula, the primary goal here is simply flooding the surface of the skin with water. Look for humectants like glycerin and hyaluronic acid, plus calming or comfort ingredients like panthenol. Why does hydration equal glow? Think of a dry sponge. When a sponge is bone dry, it looks matte, stiff, and rough. It absorbs light. But when you run that sponge underwater, it plumps up, the surface smooths out, and it literally reflects light. That is exactly what a humectant-rich serum is trying to do for the stratum corneum, the outermost layer of your skin. This lane will not give the most dramatic before and after in terms of fading spots, but it often makes skin look better because it behaves well every day. It doesn't sting, it doesn't fight with your other products, and it gives you that immediate, bouncy water glow. I would pick a serum in this lane if your dullness is mostly just your skin feeling tight and looking flat by 2 p.m. Now, let's step it up to the niacinamide lane. Niacinamide is essentially the Regina George of skincare right now. It is everywhere, and everyone is obsessed with it. It is popular because it sits right in the middle of many different goals: uneven-looking tone, oil balance, and barrier support. But here is the catch. More is not always better. A gentle niacinamide serum, usually sitting around the 2 to 5% mark, can be incredibly easy to layer. It plays nice with others. But when you start looking at the active brightening glow lane, like a niacinamide plus TXA or tranexamic acid active serum, you are dealing with a formula that has a very specific job. Tranexamic acid and higher concentration niacinamide are paired together to target uneven-looking tone. A stronger active serum can be incredibly useful for that specific type of dullness, but I would not stack it casually with exfoliating daily toner pads and strong retinoids. If you blast your skin with too many actives, you get irritation dullness, which completely defeats the purpose of buying a glow serum in the first place. If you want to avoid that irritation entirely, we pivot to the peptide and panthenol lane. Peptides and panthenol make a serum feel much more like a comfort step than a harsh correction step. Peptides are essentially little messengers that support the skin's surface, while panthenol, which is vitamin B5, is famously used for soothing and softening. This is where I would place a serum that wants to support a healthier looking, more hydrated surface without making the whole routine feel aggressive. The Kiero Essential Boost Serum fits right into this lane, along with the Purito Barrier or Centella Serum lane. They are formulating for resilience. When your skin barrier is supported and calm, it naturally holds on to its own moisture better, which leads to a more consistent, long-term glow. I would look at this lane if your skin looks tired or stressed out and you just want a daily workhorse serum that isn't going to cause a flare-up. Then we have the viral heavyweights, the snail and propolis lane. Snail mucin and propolis products are popular for a very valid reason. People deeply associate them with bounce, comfort, and a very specific kind of glazed glow. If we look at the Beauty of Joseon Glow and Propolis Serum lane, or the COSRX Snail Mucin family, these ingredients are fantastic for barrier comfort. Propolis, which is essentially bee glue, is renowned for its soothing properties. But, and this is a big but, they are also incredibly texture specific. Glow in this lane comes heavily from the finish of the product itself. Some people absolutely love the cushiony, slightly stringy slip of snail mucin or the rich wrap of a propolis serum. It feels like a protective hug on the skin. But some people find it tacky. Some people hate the finish. So the question for you becomes, do you want a glow that comes from a richer, slightly sticky texture sitting on the skin? Or do you want to glow from a lighter, faster absorbing serum? If you have very dry skin, you might love the tackiness. If you have oily skin, you might want to wash it off immediately.